Hey everyone, tonight we dive into something that's happening inside you right now as you watch this video. Something so incredible, so perfectly orchestrated that it makes the most advanced technology look like a child's toy. Your body is repairing itself. Every second of every day, millions of microscopic workers are fixing damage, rebuilding structures, and literally bringing dead tissue back to life. And the best part, you don't have to think about it, manage it, or even know it's happening. Before we go any further, take a moment to like this video if you're genuinely curious about the science behind human healing. And let me know in the comments where you're watching from and what time it is for you. It's always fascinating to see who's joining us from around the world. Now settle in, maybe grab a warm drink, and let's explore one of nature's most remarkable achievements together. The human body's ability to heal itself isn't just impressive, it's revolutionary. We're talking about a biological system that can mend broken bones stronger than they were before, fight off deadly infections, and even regrow entire sections of damaged organs, all without a single conscious command from you. Think about the last time you cut your finger while cooking. Within seconds, an invisible army mobilized. Blood vessels clamped shut to prevent you from bleeding out. Platelets rushed to the scene like emergency responders, forming a protective barrier. White blood cells flooded the area, ready to destroy any bacteria that dared to enter through the breach. And while you were probably just annoyed about the interruption to your meal prep, your body had already begun the complex process of rebuilding your damaged skin, cell by cell, layer by layer. But here's what makes this truly extraordinary. This isn't some simple patch job. This is precision engineering at the molecular level. Your body doesn't just slap some tissue over a wound and call it good. It orchestrates a symphony of cellular processes, each one timed perfectly, each one building on the work of the last. It's like watching a master craftsman restore a priceless painting. Except the craftsman is made up of billions of individual cells, all working together without a single foreman telling them what to do. Tonight, we're going to unpack this miracle. We'll explore how your body decides what needs fixing, how it mobilizes the right resources to the right places, and how it manages to rebuild damaged tissue that's often stronger and more resilient than the original. We'll journey into the microscopic world where stem cells transform into exactly what's needed, where inflammation isn't the enemy but actually your body's way of calling for backup, and where cellular recycling programs keep your tissues running like a perfectly maintained machine. And here's something that might surprise you. The science we're about to explore isn't just academic curiosity. Understanding how your body heals itself is revolutionizing medicine, leading to breakthrough treatments that work with your natural repair systems instead of against them. We're living in an era where scientists are learning to enhance and direct these healing processes, potentially curing diseases that have plagued humanity for centuries. So let's start at the beginning. What exactly happens when your body detects damage? The moment tissue is injured, whether it's from a paper cut, a broken bone, or even cellular damage you can't see, your body launches what can only be described as a coordinated biological response that would make any emergency management team jealous. The process begins with something called tissue repair, and it fundamentally operates through two distinct pathways. The first is regeneration, where your body replaces damaged cells with identical healthy cells, essentially returning the tissue to its original state. Think of this as the body's preferred method, the gold standard of repair. The second pathway is replacement, where damaged tissue is rebuilt using connective tissue or scar tissue. This might not restore perfect function, but it gets the job done, maintaining structural integrity when regeneration isn't possible. Now, which pathway your body chooses isn't random. It depends on the type of tissue that's been damaged and the severity of the injury. Some tissues, like your liver or your skin, are remarkably good at regeneration. Others, like your heart muscle or certain parts of your nervous system, rely more heavily on the replacement pathway. But here's the fascinating part. Most healing involves both pathways working together, creating a repair process that's both efficient and adaptable. At the heart of this entire system are cells that can only be described as biological shapeshifters. Stem cells. These remarkable cells possess two abilities that make them the foundation of your body's repair arsenal. First, they can make perfect copies of themselves, ensuring there's always a reserve army ready for action. Second, they can transform into any type of specialized cell your body needs. Skin cells, bone cells, blood cells, muscle cells. Whatever the situation demands, stem cells can become. But stem cells don't just float around randomly in your bloodstream waiting for something to break. They live in specialized neighborhoods called niches. These aren't just storage areas. They're sophisticated microenvironments that regulate stem cell behavior, keeping them healthy, protected, and ready to spring into action when needed. Think of these niches as combination safe houses and training facilities, where stem cells are maintained in peak condition and given the signals they need to differentiate into the right type of cell at the right time. Different tissues have different types of stem cells adapted to their specific needs. In your skin, stem cells nestled in hair follicles stand ready to repair wounds and regenerate the surface of your body. In your bone marrow, hematopoietic stem cells continuously produce new blood cells to replace the ones that naturally die off every day. Meanwhile, multipotent stromal stem cells travel throughout your body, ready to transform into bone cells, cartilage cells, fat cells, or muscle cells, depending on what's needed. But perhaps the most exciting development in our understanding of cellular repair comes from recent advances in stem cell research. Scientists have discovered how to take ordinary adult cells and reprogram them back to a stem cell state. These induced pluripotent stem cells, or iPSCs, represent a revolutionary breakthrough. They offer the potential for patient-specific therapies that could repair damaged hearts, restore vision, cure diabetes, and treat spinal cord injuries. All using cells derived from the patient's own body, eliminating the risk of rejection. The process of creating these iPSCs essentially involves reversing time at the cellular level. Scientists use specific proteins to reset adult cells back to an embryonic-like state, where they regain the ability to become any type of cell in the body. It's like taking a specialist who's been trained for years in one specific job and giving them the ability to master any profession they choose. The implications are staggering. Now, when your body detects damage, it doesn't just rely on stem cells alone. The repair process involves a carefully orchestrated sequence of events that unfolds in 4 distinct but overlapping phases. Each phase has its own purpose, its own cellular players, and its own timeline. Understanding these phases reveals just how sophisticated your body's repair mechanisms really are. The first phase happens so quickly you might not even notice it. It's called hemostasis, and it's your body's emergency response system. The moment tissue is damaged, blood vessels in the area immediately constrict to limit blood loss. This isn't just a passive response. Your body releases specific signaling molecules that cause the smooth muscle in blood vessel walls to contract, temporarily reducing blood flow to the injured area. Simultaneously, platelets in your bloodstream detect the injury and rush to the scene. These aren't just passive bandages. Platelets are sophisticated cellular machines that can sense exposed collagen fibers from damaged blood vessels and immediately stick to them. Once attached, they become activated, changing shape and releasing a cascade of signaling molecules that attract more platelets to the area. As platelets accumulate, they begin forming what's essentially a living plug. But this isn't just a simple blockage. The platelet plug is reinforced by fibrin, a protein that forms long, sticky fibers These fibers weave through and around the platelets, creating a mesh-like structure that's incredibly strong and effective at stopping bleeding. The entire process, from initial injury to stable clot formation, can happen in just a few minutes. But the clot serves a dual purpose. Not only does it stop bleeding, but it also creates a scaffold that will support the next phases of healing. The platelets embedded in the clot release growth factors and signaling molecules that will attract the cellular repair crews that are about to arrive. It's like setting up a construction site with all the infrastructure needed for the rebuilding project that's about to begin. Once hemostasis is achieved, your body shifts into the second phase of repair. And this is where things get really interesting. The inflammatory phase often gets a bad reputation because we associate inflammation with pain, swelling, and discomfort. But inflammation is actually one of your body's most sophisticated and essential repair mechanisms. It's not something going wrong. It's something going very, very right. During inflammation, blood vessels in the damaged area undergo a dramatic change. They dilate, allowing more blood to flow to the injury site. This increased blood flow brings with it an army of immune cells, nutrients, and signaling molecules that are essential for repair. The heat, redness, and swelling you feel during inflammation aren't side effects. They're signs that your body's repair system is working at full capacity. The first responders in this inflammatory army are neutrophils, specialized white blood cells that excel at fighting infection and cleaning up cellular debris. These cells are like the hazmat team of your immune system, capable of engulfing and destroying bacteria, dead cells, and other potentially harmful materials. They work quickly and efficiently, but they also have a limited lifespan, dying off after they've completed their mission. Following the neutrophils come macrophages, larger immune cells that serve multiple critical functions in the healing process. Macrophages are like the foreman of the cellular repair crew. They continue the cleanup process started by the neutrophils, but they also coordinate the next phases of healing by releasing signaling molecules that attract and activate other repair cells. Some researchers consider macrophages the most important cells in the early phases of wound healing because of their central role in orchestrating the entire repair process. The inflammatory phase can last anywhere from a few days to several weeks, depending on the extent of the damage and the individual's overall health. While it might be uncomfortable, it's absolutely essential for proper healing. Attempts to completely suppress inflammation often lead to impaired healing and increased risk of infection. As inflammation begins to resolve, your body transitions into the third phase of repair, which is where the real reconstruction begins. The proliferative phase is when your body actively rebuilds damaged tissue, and it involves three simultaneous processes that work together to restore structure and function. The first process is angiogenesis, the formation of new blood vessels. Damaged tissue needs a robust blood supply to deliver the nutrients and oxygen required for healing. Your body responds by growing new blood vessels into the injured area, creating a network of tiny capillaries that will support the healing tissue. This process is guided by specific growth factors released by cells in the damaged area, ensuring that the new blood vessels grow exactly where they're needed. The second process involves fibroblasts, specialized cells that produce the structural proteins of connective tissue. Think of fibroblasts as the construction workers of the cellular world. They multiply rapidly in response to injury and begin producing collagen, elastin, and other components of the extracellular matrix. These proteins form the scaffolding that will support new tissue growth and provide the strength and flexibility that the healed tissue will need to function properly. The third process is epithelialization, where new surface tissue forms to close wounds and restore protective barriers. This is particularly important in skin healing, where epithelial cells at the edges of a wound begin multiplying and migrating across the damaged area, eventually meeting in the middle to completely close the defect. During this proliferative phase, you might notice the formation of granulation tissue, which appears as pink or red, slightly bumpy tissue in healing wounds. This tissue is rich in new blood vessels and fibroblasts, and while it might not look particularly attractive, it's actually a sign that healing is proceeding normally. The proliferative phase can last from several days to weeks, depending on the size and location of the injury. The final phase of healing represents perhaps the most remarkable aspect of your body's repair capabilities. The maturation and remodeling phase can extend for months or even years after the initial injury, demonstrating that healing isn't just about quick fixes. It's about long-term optimization and strengthening. During this phase, the somewhat chaotic tissue that formed during proliferation gets reorganized into a more sophisticated structure. Think of it like upgrading from a hastily built temporary shelter to a carefully engineered permanent building. The collagen fibers that were initially laid down in somewhat random patterns get reorganized along lines of mechanical stress. Your body literally figures out which directions the tissue will need to be strongest and arranges the molecular architecture accordingly. This remodeling process involves a continuous cycle of breakdown and rebuilding. Old collagen gets dissolved and replaced with new, more optimally arranged fibers. The tissue gradually becomes stronger and more flexible. While the final result might not achieve 100% of the original tissue's strength, it often ends up being remarkably close, sometimes reaching about 80% of the pre-injury strength. But here's something that might blow your mind. Your body doesn't just repair damage when it happens. It's constantly performing maintenance and upgrades even when you're perfectly healthy. This brings us to one of the most fascinating cellular processes discovered in recent decades, something called autophagy. Autophagy literally means self-eating, which sounds alarming until you understand what's actually happening. This is your body's internal recycling program, operating at the cellular level 24 hours a day. Think of it as the ultimate spring cleaning system, except it never stops working. Every cell in your body accumulates molecular garbage over time. Proteins that get damaged or misfolded, cellular components that wear out, even entire organelles that stop functioning properly. If this junk just accumulated indefinitely, your cells would eventually become so clogged with debris that they'd stop working altogether. Autophagy prevents this cellular hoarding situation by systematically identifying, collecting, and recycling cellular waste. The process begins when cellular sensors detect stress conditions or the accumulation of damaged components. Maybe a protein has been damaged by oxidative stress, or a mitochondrion has stopped producing energy efficiently. The cell's quality control system flags these components for removal. Next, a specialized membrane structure called a phagophore forms around the cellular waste. Picture a soap bubble slowly forming around a piece of trash, completely enclosing it. As this bubble grows, it captures not just the damaged component, but also some of the surrounding cellular fluid, creating a sealed package called an autophagosome. This autophagosome then travels through the cell until it fuses with a lysosome, which you can think of as the cell's recycling center. Lysosomes contain powerful enzymes that can break down almost any biological molecule. When the autophagosome fuses with the lysosome, these enzymes get to work, dismantling the cellular waste into its basic components. But here's the beautiful part. Those basic components don't get thrown away. They get recycled back into the cell's manufacturing processes. Amino acids from broken down proteins get used to build new proteins. Lipids from damaged membranes become raw materials for new cellular structures. It's the ultimate circular economy, happening inside every one of your cells. Autophagy isn't just about housekeeping. It's also a survival mechanism that kicks into high gear during times of stress or nutrient deprivation. When your body needs energy and resources, autophagy can ramp up to break down non-essential cellular components and recycle them into fuel. It's like your cells have their own emergency energy reserves built right into their infrastructure. Research has shown that autophagy plays crucial roles in preventing cancer, neurodegeneration, and aging. When this recycling system doesn't work properly, cells can become overwhelmed with damaged components, leading to dysfunction and disease. Conversely, enhancing autophagy through certain lifestyle interventions like intermittent fasting or exercise appears to promote cellular health and longevity. Now, let's zoom out from these microscopic processes and look at how your body coordinates repair on a larger scale. The healing we've been discussing doesn't happen in isolation. It's part of a body-wide communication network that's constantly monitoring for damage and coordinating repair efforts. When tissue is injured, the affected cells don't just start healing on their own. They send out chemical distress signals that can be detected throughout your body. These signals, including various cytokines, growth factors, and hormones, travel through your bloodstream and lymphatic system, alerting distant organs and tissues about the injury. Your brain receives these signals and responds by adjusting various physiological processes to support healing. Sleep patterns might change to allow more time for repair processes. Appetite might increase to provide additional nutrients for rebuilding damaged tissue. Even your immune system gets recalibrated to focus resources on the healing process. Your liver, acting like the body's central supply depot, ramps up production of proteins needed for tissue repair. Your bone marrow increases output of various blood cells that will be needed at the injury site. Your endocrine system adjusts hormone levels to optimize conditions for healing. This whole body response explains why proper nutrition, adequate sleep, and stress management are so crucial for healing. Your body's repair systems don't operate independently of your overall health status. They're deeply integrated with every other aspect of your physiology. The quality of your repair processes can be influenced by factors like age, genetics, nutrition, stress levels, sleep quality, and overall fitness. Younger individuals typically heal faster because their cells are more metabolically active and their repair mechanisms are more efficient. But even aging bodies retain remarkable healing capabilities when given the right support. Nutrition plays a particularly crucial role because cellular repair requires specific building blocks. Proteins provide amino acids for rebuilding damaged structures. Vitamins and minerals serve as cofactors for the enzymes that drive repair processes. Healthy fats are essential for maintaining cellular membranes. Without adequate nutrition, even the most sophisticated repair mechanisms can't function optimally. Sleep is equally important because many repair processes are most active during rest periods. Growth hormone, which stimulates tissue repair and regeneration, is primarily released during deep sleep. This is when your body shifts from the energy-demanding activities of wakefulness to the energy-investing activities of repair and maintenance. Chronic stress can significantly impair healing by disrupting the hormonal balance needed for optimal repair function. Stress hormones like cortisol can suppress immune function, reduce protein synthesis, and interfere with sleep quality, all of which compromise your body's ability to heal effectively. Regular exercise, perhaps counterintuitively, enhances healing capacity, even though it creates controlled tissue damage. Exercise stimulates the production of growth factors, improves blood flow, enhances immune function, and promotes the development of new blood vessels. The controlled stress of exercise essentially trains your repair systems to become more efficient and responsive. What's particularly fascinating is how your body learns and adapts its repair strategies based on experience. Tissues that are regularly stressed through exercise or activity develop enhanced repair capabilities. This is why athletes often heal faster from injuries than sedentary individuals, despite putting their bodies through more physical stress. Your immune system also has a memory component that influences healing. Previous exposure to pathogens trains your immune cells to respond more quickly and effectively to similar threats in the future. This immunological memory helps protect healing tissues from infection and can accelerate the overall repair process. The interconnected nature of your body's repair systems means that supporting healing in one area often benefits healing throughout your entire body. Interventions that enhance cellular autophagy, for example, don't just improve function in one organ system. They provide benefits that cascade throughout your entire physiology. This holistic nature of healing is leading to revolutionary changes in medical treatment. Rather than simply treating symptoms or replacing damaged tissues, modern medicine is increasingly focused on enhancing and supporting your body's natural repair mechanisms. Regenerative medicine, stem cell therapies, and personalized treatments based on individual genetic profiles are all examples of this shift toward working with your body's healing intelligence rather than against it. The implications extend far beyond treating injuries and diseases. Understanding how your body repairs itself is opening up possibilities for enhancing human performance, extending healthy lifespan, and preventing age-related decline. We're beginning to see treatments that can enhance stem cell function, optimize autophagy, improve tissue regeneration, and even reverse some aspects of cellular aging. As we continue our exploration into the remarkable world of cellular repair, we'll discover how these fundamental healing processes are being harnessed to treat conditions that were once considered incurable. From regrowing damaged organs to reversing neurological damage, the future of medicine is being written in the language of your body's own repair mechanisms. Body's own repair mechanisms. But the story gets even more remarkable when we consider how your body handles damage at the genetic level. Every single day, your DNA suffers thousands of tiny injuries from radiation, chemicals, and normal metabolic processes. Left unchecked, this genetic damage would accumulate rapidly, leading to cancer, premature aging, and cellular death. Yet somehow your cells manage to maintain genetic integrity decade after decade. This happens through an intricate network of DNA repair mechanisms that work around the clock. Think of these as molecular proofreaders and editors, constantly scanning your genetic code for errors and fixing them before they can cause problems. When a strand of DNA gets broken, specialized enzymes immediately detect the damage and initiate repair protocols. Some mechanisms can fix simple chemical modifications to DNA bases. Others can repair more complex damage like double-strand breaks that would normally be fatal to the cell. The sophistication of these repair systems is staggering. Your cells can actually compare damaged DNA against the intact copy on the opposite strand, using it as a template to rebuild the damaged section perfectly. It's like having a master blueprint that can be used to restore any damaged portion of the original. When both strands are damaged, your cells have backup repair mechanisms that can piece together the correct sequence from fragments and surrounding genetic information. What makes this even more impressive is the speed at which it happens. Some DNA repair processes can fix damage within minutes of it occurring. Others work continuously in the background, gradually accumulating and repairing damage during periods when the cell isn't actively dividing. Your cells essentially run a constant quality assurance program on your genetic material, ensuring that the instructions for life remain accurate and functional. But DNA repair is just one layer of your body's molecular maintenance system. At the protein level, your cells employ an army of molecular chaperones whose job is to ensure that proteins fold correctly and function properly. When proteins become damaged or misfolded, these chaperones can sometimes refold them back to their correct shape. When that's not possible, they tag the damaged proteins for destruction and recycling. This protein quality control system is particularly important in long-lived cells like neurons, which need to maintain their function for decades. Brain cells have especially robust protein maintenance systems because they can't simply be replaced when they wear out. Instead, they rely on sophisticated repair and recycling mechanisms to maintain their integrity throughout your entire lifetime. The coordination between all these repair systems creates something that can only be described as biological resilience. Your body doesn't just fix problems as they arise, it maintains redundant repair pathways, backup systems, and fail-safes that ensure critical functions continue even when primary repair mechanisms are overwhelmed. Consider what happens when you experience a major injury that overwhelms local repair capacity. Your body immediately shifts resources from less critical functions to support the healing process. Non-essential cellular processes get temporarily down-regulated, while repair mechanisms get supercharged. Blood flow gets redirected to injured areas. Immune system activity gets focused on the site of damage. Even your metabolism shifts to prioritize the production of molecules needed for tissue repair. This systemic response reveals something profound about how your body operates. It's not just a collection of independent systems that happen to work together. It's an integrated whole where every component can communicate with and support every other component when needed. The repair processes we've been exploring aren't isolated cellular events. They're part of a body-wide intelligence that can assess damage, prioritize repairs, and allocate resources with remarkable efficiency. But perhaps the most mind-bending aspect of your body's repair capabilities is how it handles damage to organs that were traditionally thought to be incapable of regeneration. For decades, scientists believed that heart muscle, brain tissue, and spinal cord neurons couldn't be replaced once damaged. Recent research has completely overturned these assumptions. Your heart, it turns out, does regenerate throughout your lifetime, just very slowly. Cardiac muscle cells can divide and create new heart tissue, though the process happens at a rate of only about 1% per year in young adults. This means that over a typical human lifespan, a significant portion of your heart muscle gets replaced with newly generated cells. While this regeneration isn't fast enough to repair major damage from a heart attack, it does mean that your heart is constantly renewing itself at the cellular level. Even more surprising is the discovery that your brain produces new neurons throughout your entire life. The adult brain contains stem cells that can generate new nerve cells in certain regions, particularly areas involved in learning and memory. This neurogenesis appears to be influenced by factors like exercise, learning new skills, and environmental enrichment. Your brain isn't the fixed, unchangeable organ that scientists once believed it to be. It's a dynamic, self-renewing system capable of structural modification throughout your lifetime. The spinal cord, long considered incapable of repair after injury, also shows remarkable healing potential when the right conditions are provided. While the central nervous system doesn't regenerate as readily as other tissues, research has revealed that it retains far more repair capacity than previously thought. The challenge has been understanding how to activate and support these inherent repair mechanisms. These discoveries are revolutionizing our understanding of what's possible in terms of healing and recovery. If tissues that were thought to be permanently damaged can actually regenerate under the right circumstances, it suggests that the human body's repair capabilities extend far beyond what we previously imagined. The key insight emerging from this research is that the limiting factor in healing often isn't the absence of repair mechanisms. It's the presence of factors that inhibit those mechanisms from functioning optimally. Chronic inflammation, poor nutrition, inadequate sleep, excessive stress, and toxic exposures can all impair your body's natural healing processes. Conversely, interventions that support cellular health, can enhance repair capacity even in tissues with limited regenerative ability. This has led to the development of regenerative medicine approaches that focus on creating optimal conditions for your body's own repair systems to function, rather than trying to replace damaged tissues with artificial substitutes. These therapies aim to reactivate dormant repair programs or enhance existing ones. Stem cell therapies represent one of the most promising applications of this approach. By introducing healthy stem cells into damaged tissues, or by activating the stem cells already present in those tissues, researchers are achieving remarkable results in treating conditions ranging from heart disease to spinal cord injuries. The stem cells don't necessarily replace all the damaged tissue themselves. Instead, they often act as biological factories, producing growth factors and signaling molecules that stimulate the body's own repair mechanisms. Gene therapy offers another avenue for enhancing natural repair processes. By introducing genes that encode powerful healing factors directly into damaged tissues, scientists can essentially reprogram cells to produce their own therapeutic molecules. This approach has shown particular promise in treating inherited diseases, where specific repair mechanisms are defective due to genetic mutations. Tissue engineering takes this concept even further by creating scaffolds that can guide and support natural tissue regeneration. These scaffolds, made from biocompatible materials, provide a framework for cells to grow into while gradually dissolving as new tissue forms. It's like providing your body's repair systems with the perfect construction site, complete with all the infrastructure needed for optimal rebuilding. Perhaps most exciting is the emerging field of epigenetic medicine, which focuses on modifying how genes are expressed rather than changing the genes themselves. Many of the factors that decline with aging aren't due to genetic damage, but to changes in gene expression patterns. By understanding how to reset these patterns, researchers are developing interventions that can restore youthful repair capacity to aging tissues. The implications of these advances extend far beyond treating disease. They're opening up possibilities for enhancing human performance and extending healthy lifespan in ways that were pure science fiction just decades ago. We're beginning to understand how to optimize the repair systems that have evolved over millions of years of evolutionary pressure. Exercise, it turns out, is one of the most powerful tools for enhancing your body's repair capabilities. Physical activity doesn't just make you stronger and fitter, it actually improves the function of repair mechanisms throughout your body. Exercise stimulates the production of growth factors that enhance tissue regeneration. It improves blood flow, delivering nutrients and oxygen to tissues more efficiently. It enhances immune function, helping to clear damaged cells and fight off infections. It even promotes the generation of new blood vessels and nerve connections. Different types of exercise appear to have different effects on repair systems. Resistance training particularly enhances muscle and bone repair mechanisms. Cardiovascular exercise improves the health of your circulatory system and enhances the delivery of repair resources throughout your body. High-intensity interval training appears to be especially effective at stimulating cellular cleanup processes like autophagy. Nutrition plays an equally crucial role in supporting optimal repair function. Your body's repair mechanisms require specific nutrients to function properly. Protein provides the amino acids needed to rebuild damaged structures. Vitamins and minerals serve as cofactors for the enzymes that drive repair processes. Antioxidants help protect repair mechanisms from damage caused by oxidative stress. But it's not just about getting adequate nutrients. The timing and composition of your diet can also influence repair processes. Intermittent fasting, for example, appears to enhance autophagy and other cellular cleanup mechanisms. Certain compounds found in plants, called phytochemicals, can activate genetic programs that enhance stress resistance and repair capacity. Sleep emerges as perhaps the most critical factor for optimal repair function. During sleep, your body shifts into a repair and maintenance mode that's dramatically different from the energy-demanding activities of wakefulness. Growth hormone levels surge during deep sleep, stimulating tissue repair throughout your body. Your brain's glymphatic system becomes more active, clearing metabolic waste products that accumulate during wakefulness. Many cellular repair processes are specifically timed to occur during sleep periods when energy demands are lower. The quality of your sleep appears to be just as important as the quantity. Deep restorative sleep provides the optimal conditions for repair processes to function efficiently. Disrupted or insufficient sleep can significantly impair healing, even when all other factors are optimal. Stress management also plays a crucial role in supporting your body's repair capabilities. Chronic stress elevates cortisol and other stress hormones that can suppress immune function, reduce protein synthesis, and interfere with sleep quality. These effects cascade throughout your repair systems, impairing healing and regeneration at every level. Conversely, practices that reduce stress and promote relaxation can enhance repair function. Meditation, yoga, deep breathing exercises, and other stress reduction techniques have been shown to improve immune function, reduce inflammation, and enhance overall healing capacity. The social and emotional dimensions of healing are equally important. Strong social connections, emotional support, and a sense of purpose in life all appear to enhance healing capacity through complex psychobiological pathways. The mind-body connection in healing is far more profound than scientists once realized, with psychological states directly influencing the cellular mechanisms of repair and regeneration. This holistic view of healing is leading to integrated approaches that address not just the biological aspects of repair, but also the psychological, social, and environmental factors that influence healing outcomes. The most effective healing interventions increasingly recognize that optimal repair requires supporting the whole person, not just fixing isolated problems. As our understanding of repair mechanisms continues to evolve, we're discovering that the human body possesses far greater healing potential than we ever imagined. The challenge now isn't so much discovering new repair mechanisms as it is learning how to optimize the ones we already have. Every breakthrough in this field brings us closer to unlocking the full potential of your body's remarkable ability to heal, regenerate, and maintain itself throughout your entire lifetime. Your entire lifetime. What's particularly remarkable about your body's repair systems is how they've evolved to handle not just mechanical damage, but also the constant molecular warfare happening inside every cell. Right now, as you're watching this video, your cells are under siege from reactive oxygen species, essentially molecular bullets that can damage proteins, lipids, and DNA. These aren't invaders from the outside world. They're actually byproducts of your own metabolism, created every time your mitochondria produce energy. Your cells generate thousands of these reactive molecules every single day, and each one has the potential to cause significant damage if left unchecked. But your body has evolved an incredibly sophisticated antioxidant defense system that neutralizes these threats before they can accumulate. Enzymes like superoxide dismutase, catalase, and glutathione peroxidase work around the clock, converting dangerous reactive species into harmless water and oxygen. This isn't just passive protection. Your cells actively monitor oxidative stress levels and can ramp up antioxidant production when needed. When you exercise intensely, for example, your muscles produce more reactive oxygen species than usual. Your body responds by increasing antioxidant enzyme activity, essentially upgrading its defensive capabilities in response to the increased threat. The elegance of this system becomes apparent when you consider that some reactive oxygen species actually serve important functions in cellular signaling and immune defense. Your body doesn't try to eliminate them completely. Instead, it maintains a delicate balance, keeping levels low enough to prevent damage, while high enough to support normal cellular functions. But molecular damage isn't the only challenge your repair systems face. Your body must also deal with the accumulation of cellular debris that builds up over time. Think of it like dust settling in a house. No matter how clean you keep things, particles inevitably accumulate in hard-to-reach places. In cells, these particles include damaged organelles, protein aggregates, and lipid deposits that can interfere with normal function. This is where autophagy becomes absolutely critical for long-term health. The autophagy process we discussed earlier isn't just about recycling damaged components. It's also about preventing the accumulation of cellular junk that could eventually overwhelm the cell's normal functions. Research has shown that declining autophagy function with age contributes to many age-related diseases, from neurodegeneration to cardiovascular disease. The good news is that autophagy can be enhanced through lifestyle interventions. Fasting, whether intermittent or prolonged, is one of the most powerful ways to stimulate cellular cleanup processes. When nutrients become scarce, your cells shift into a conservation mode where non-essential components get broken down and recycled. This creates a kind of cellular spring cleaning that can remove accumulated damage and restore optimal function. Exercise also powerfully stimulates autophagy, particularly in muscle tissue. The controlled stress of physical activity triggers cellular cleanup mechanisms that remove damaged mitochondria and protein aggregates. This is one reason why regular exercise appears to slow many aspects of aging and reduce the risk of age-related diseases. Certain dietary compounds can also enhance autophagy. Substances like resveratrol, found in red wine, and curcumin, found in turmeric, have been shown to activate the cellular pathways that control autophagy. Green tea contains compounds that can stimulate cellular cleanup processes. Even something as simple as drinking coffee appears to have autophagy-enhancing effects. But perhaps the most fascinating aspect of your body's repair systems is how they adapt to different types of challenges. The repair mechanisms that fix a paper cut are completely different from those that repair exercise-induced muscle damage, which are different again from those that fix DNA damage from radiation exposure. Your body essentially has a toolkit of specialized repair programs, each one optimized for specific types of problems. Take muscle repair, for example. When you exercise intensely enough to cause microscopic damage to muscle fibers, your body doesn't just patch the tears. It rebuilds the muscle stronger than before. This process, called supercompensation, involves satellite cells that fuse with damaged muscle fibers, donating their nuclei and allowing the muscle to synthesize more protein than it originally contained. The satellite cells are essentially muscle stem cells that remain dormant until activated by damage. Once activated, they begin dividing rapidly, with some becoming new satellite cells to maintain the stem cell pool, while others differentiate into muscle cells to repair the damage. The whole process is orchestrated by a complex cascade of signaling molecules that ensure the repair happens at exactly the right time and in exactly the right amount. Bone repair follows a similar but even more sophisticated pattern. When a bone breaks, your body doesn't just fill in the gap with new bone tissue. It completely remodels the entire structure, often making it stronger than the original. The process begins with the formation of a soft callus made of cartilage that bridges the break. This callus then gradually gets replaced with new bone tissue that's perfectly aligned with the mechanical forces the bone will need to handle. What makes bone repair particularly remarkable is how it responds to mechanical stress. The new bone doesn't just grow randomly, it aligns itself along the lines of force that the bone experiences during normal use. Your body essentially performs a real-time engineering analysis, determining exactly how the bone needs to be structured to handle the stresses it will encounter, then builds accordingly. This process is guided by cells called osteocytes that can sense mechanical stress and coordinate bone remodeling in response. When you put more stress on a bone through exercise or physical activity, these cells signal for increased bone formation. When stress decreases, as happens during bed rest or space travel, they signal for bone resorption. Your skeleton is literally sculpting itself in response to the forces it experiences. The nervous system has its own unique approaches to repair that are only now being fully understood. For decades, scientists believed that damaged nerve cells couldn't regenerate, making spinal cord injuries and other neurological damage permanent. We now know this isn't entirely true. While the central nervous system has limited regenerative capacity compared to other tissues, it possesses remarkable plasticity that allows it to rewire itself around damage. When part of the brain is damaged, surrounding areas can sometimes take over the functions of the damaged region. This neuroplasticity involves the formation of new neural connections, the strengthening of existing pathways, and sometimes even the generation of new neurons. The process can continue for months or years after an injury, which is why stroke patients can sometimes recover functions that initially seemed permanently lost. The peripheral nervous system, which includes all the nerves outside your brain and spinal cord, has much better regenerative capacity. When a peripheral nerve is cut or damaged, the part of the nerve that's been separated from the cell body dies off, but the cell body can sprout new nerve fibers that grow back along the original pathway, potentially restoring full function. This process can take months or years, but it demonstrates that even your nervous system retains significant repair capabilities. What's particularly interesting is how your brain adapts to damage by reorganizing its neural networks. If one area becomes damaged, other areas can sometimes expand their function to compensate. This isn't just a backup system kicking in, it's active rewiring of neural circuits to work around the damage. Brain imaging studies have shown that people who recover from strokes often have completely different patterns of brain activity compared to before their injury, yet they can regain normal function. The liver represents perhaps the ultimate example of regenerative capacity among your organs. Your liver can regenerate up to 75% of its mass if damaged, making it one of the most regenerative organs in the human body. This isn't just repair, it's actual regrowth of functional liver tissue that can completely restore the organ's capacity. The process begins within hours of liver damage, with remaining liver cells rapidly dividing to replace lost tissue. But it's not just the liver cells themselves that regenerate. The entire architecture of the liver, including blood vessels, bile ducts, and supporting structures, gets rebuilt to support the new tissue. The regenerated liver can be functionally indistinguishable from the original, demonstrating the remarkable precision of your body's repair mechanisms. This regenerative capacity has made liver transplantation unique among organ transplants. A living donor can give part of their liver to a recipient, and both the donor's remaining liver and the transplanted portion will regenerate to full size and function. It's like having an organ that can literally multiply itself when needed. The intestinal lining represents another remarkable example of continuous repair and regeneration. The cells that line your intestines are constantly exposed to digestive enzymes, bacterial toxins, and mechanical wear from food passage. To cope with this harsh environment, your intestinal lining completely replaces itself every 3 to 5 days. This rapid turnover is maintained by stem cells located in tiny crypts along the intestinal wall. These stem cells continuously divide, producing new cells that migrate up the intestinal wall, mature into specialized cell types, and eventually get shed into the intestinal contents. The entire process is so efficient that you're never aware it's happening, yet it's essential for maintaining the barrier that protects your body from the contents of your digestive tract. The skin provides another excellent example of continuous regeneration. Your entire outer layer of skin gets completely replaced about every 4 weeks, with dead cells constantly flaking off and being replaced by new ones growing up from deeper layers. This process is driven by stem cells in the basal layer of the epidermis that continuously divide to produce new skin cells. But skin repair goes far beyond this routine maintenance. When you get a wound, the skin's repair mechanisms shift into overdrive, accelerating cell division and migration to close the defect as quickly as possible. The process involves precise coordination between different cell types, each with its own role in restoring the skin's protective barrier. What makes skin repair particularly sophisticated is how it adapts to different types of wounds. A shallow scrape that only affects the outer layers heals differently from a deep cut that extends into the dermis. Your body automatically adjusts the repair process based on the extent and type of damage, ensuring that healing occurs as efficiently as possible while minimizing scarring. The coordination required for all these different repair processes reveals something profound about how your body operates as an integrated system. Healing doesn't happen in isolation. It requires communication between multiple organ systems, precise timing of cellular events, and careful allocation of resources to support repair while maintaining normal body functions. Your endocrine system plays a crucial role in this coordination, releasing hormones that regulate repair processes throughout your body. Growth hormone stimulates tissue growth and repair. Insulin-like growth factor promotes cell division and protein synthesis. Thyroid hormones regulate metabolic rate and energy production. Cortisol modulates inflammation and immune responses. The precise balance of these hormones determines how effectively your repair systems function. Your circulatory system serves as the highway network that delivers repair resources where they're needed. Blood carries oxygen, nutrients, immune cells, growth factors, and signaling molecules to sites of damage. The lymphatic system removes waste products and excess fluid from healing tissues. Without adequate circulation, even the most sophisticated repair mechanisms can't function properly. Your nervous system provides the communication network that coordinates repair activities. Neural signals can influence immune function, hormone release, and blood flow to healing tissues. The vagus nerve, in particular, plays important roles in controlling inflammation and promoting tissue repair. Stress and psychological factors can significantly impact healing through these neural pathways. Even your digestive system contributes to healing by providing the nutrients needed for tissue repair. The gut microbiome, the collection of bacteria living in your intestines, produces vitamins and other compounds that support immune function and tissue regeneration. The health of your digestive system directly impacts your body's ability to heal and repair itself. This systems level view of healing helps explain why factors like nutrition, sleep, exercise, and stress management are so important for optimal repair function. These aren't just general health recommendations. They're specific interventions that support the integrated network of systems responsible for healing and regeneration. The emerging understanding of how these systems work together is leading to new therapeutic approaches that target multiple aspects of the healing process simultaneously. Rather than focusing on individual repair mechanisms in isolation, modern regenerative medicine increasingly takes a holistic approach that supports the body's integrated repair networks. This systems approach is also revealing why some people heal faster and more completely than others. Individual differences in genetics, lifestyle, and environmental exposures all influence the function of repair systems. Understanding these differences is leading to personalized approaches to healing that can optimize repair outcomes for each individual's unique circumstances. As we continue to unravel the complexities of your body's repair mechanisms, we're discovering that healing is far more sophisticated and adaptable than anyone previously imagined. The repair systems that keep you healthy and functional represent millions of years of evolutionary refinement, creating biological processes that are more elegant and efficient than any technology humans have ever devised. The implications of this understanding extend far beyond treating disease and injury. They're opening up possibilities for enhancing human performance, extending healthy lifespan, and even reversing some aspects of aging. We're beginning to understand how to work with your body's repair intelligence rather than against it, leading to interventions that can unlock the full potential of your remarkable healing capabilities. But perhaps most importantly, this knowledge reveals something fundamental about what it means to be human. You're not a machine that gradually wears out and breaks down. You're a living system with extraordinary capacity for self-renewal, adaptation, and regeneration. Every day, your body performs millions of microscopic miracles, maintaining and repairing itself with precision and efficiency that continues to amaze researchers. The remarkable thing about understanding your body's repair mechanisms is that it completely changes how you think about health and aging. Most people imagine their bodies as machines that gradually wear down over time, accumulating damage until they finally break. But that's not what's actually happening. Your body is more like a river that maintains its essential character while constantly flowing and renewing itself. Consider this mind-bending fact. Most of the atoms in your body weren't there 7 years ago. They've been replaced through the constant process of cellular turnover and repair. The calcium in your bones gets completely recycled every few years. The proteins in your muscles are broken down and rebuilt on a regular schedule. Even the neurons in your brain, which can last your entire lifetime, continuously replace their internal components while maintaining their connections and memories. This means that you're literally not the same physical being you were a decade ago, yet somehow you remain essentially you. Your body has maintained its structure, function, and identity while completely replacing its building materials. It's like a cathedral that's been standing for centuries, with every stone having been replaced multiple times while preserving the original architectural vision. The process that makes this possible operates on principles that seem almost magical when you first encounter them. Your cells don't just randomly replace worn-out components. They actively monitor their own condition, assess what needs repair or replacement, and coordinate these activities with neighboring cells and distant organ systems. It's as if every part of your body is in constant communication with every other part, sharing information about status, needs, and resources. This communication happens through an intricate network of chemical signals that's far more complex than any human-designed communication system. Cells release specific molecules that can travel through your bloodstream to deliver messages to distant tissues. Other signals work locally, allowing cells to coordinate activities with their immediate neighbors. Some signals even work inside individual cells, allowing different cellular compartments to share information about their status and needs. The sophistication of this signaling network becomes apparent when you consider how your body responds to different types of challenges. If you're fighting an infection, immune cells release signals that alert the rest of your body to redirect resources toward the immune response. If you're healing from an injury, damaged tissues release growth factors that attract repair cells and stimulate new tissue formation. If you're exercising intensely, working muscles release signals that promote blood vessel formation and enhance oxygen delivery. But here's where it gets really interesting. Your body doesn't just respond to current conditions. It actually learns from experience and adapts its repair strategies based on past challenges. This is why people who exercise regularly develop enhanced cardiovascular systems that can deliver oxygen more efficiently. It's why your immune system becomes more effective at fighting off infections you've encountered before. Your repair systems literally get better at their jobs through practice. This adaptive capacity extends to the molecular level in ways that researchers are only beginning to understand. When cells are exposed to mild stress, they often respond by upgrading their repair capabilities. This process, called hormesis, explains why moderate challenges like exercise, fasting, or heat exposure can actually enhance health and longevity. Your cells interpret these challenges as signals to strengthen their defensive and repair systems. The heat shock response provides a perfect example of this principle. When your body temperature rises during exercise or heat exposure, your cells begin producing special proteins called heat shock proteins. These molecular chaperones help protect other proteins from damage and assist in repairing proteins that have been damaged by heat or other stressors. Once produced, these protective proteins remain active for days or weeks, providing enhanced cellular protection even after the initial stress has passed. Cold exposure triggers similar adaptive responses. When you're exposed to cold temperatures, your cells activate programs that enhance mitochondrial function and increase heat production. Regular cold exposure can actually increase your body's capacity to generate heat, improving your tolerance to cold temperatures, while also providing broader metabolic benefits. These examples illustrate a fundamental principle of biological repair systems. They're designed not just to fix problems, but to anticipate and prepare for future challenges. Your body essentially runs continuous stress tests on its repair systems, constantly upgrading and optimizing them based on the demands you place on them. This forward-looking approach to repair and maintenance is perhaps most evident in how your immune system operates. Your immune cells don't just fight off current infections. They also create memory cells that can recognize and respond more quickly to pathogens you've encountered before. This immunological memory can last for decades, providing lifelong protection against diseases you've successfully overcome. But immune memory goes beyond just remembering specific pathogens. Your immune system also learns to distinguish between harmful invaders and beneficial microorganisms. The bacteria living in your gut, for example, train your immune system to tolerate their presence while remaining vigilant against dangerous microbes. This education process begins at birth and continues throughout your life, allowing your immune system to become increasingly sophisticated in its ability to distinguish friend from foe. The relationship between your immune system and your resident microorganisms reveals another layer of complexity in your body's repair networks. The bacteria, viruses, and fungi that live on and in your body aren't just passive passengers. They actively contribute to your health and repair processes in ways that scientists are only beginning to appreciate. Your gut microbiome, for instance, produces vitamins that your own cells can't manufacture. These microorganisms help digest complex carbohydrates, producing beneficial compounds that nourish the cells lining your intestines. They also train your immune system and help protect against harmful pathogens by occupying ecological niches that might otherwise be colonized by dangerous microbes. When your microbiome becomes disrupted through antibiotic use, illness, or dietary changes, it can significantly impact your body's repair capabilities. Inflammatory bowel diseases, allergies, and even mood disorders have all been linked to disruptions in the normal microbial communities that live in your body. Restoring healthy microbial balance has become an important component of many therapeutic approaches. The skin microbiome plays similar protective and supportive roles. The bacteria living on your skin help maintain the slightly acidic pH that protects against harmful microorganisms. They also produce antimicrobial compounds that can kill dangerous pathogens before they can establish infections. Some skin bacteria even help with wound healing by producing compounds that promote tissue repair. This symbiotic relationship between your body and its resident microorganisms illustrates how repair and maintenance in biological systems often involves cooperation between different forms of life. Your body isn't an isolated entity, trying to maintain itself against a hostile world. It's part of a complex ecosystem where different organisms work together to maintain health and function. Understanding these relationships is leading to new approaches in medicine that focus on supporting the entire ecosystem of your body, rather than just treating individual components. Probiotic therapies aim to restore beneficial microbial communities. Prebiotic interventions provide nutrients that support the growth of helpful microorganisms. Even some traditional treatments are being re-examined through the lens of how they affect the microbial communities that contribute to health. The concept of your body as an ecosystem extends beyond microorganisms to include the relationships between different organ systems and cell types. Your repair mechanisms work best when all components of this internal ecosystem are functioning harmoniously. Disruption in one system can cascade through the entire network, impairing repair capabilities throughout your body. Chronic inflammation provides a clear example of how systemic disruption can impair repair function. When inflammatory processes become chronically activated, they can interfere with normal repair mechanisms throughout your body. The immune cells that should be protecting and supporting healing instead begin attacking healthy tissues. The signaling molecules that normally coordinate repair activities become dysregulated, leading to inefficient or misdirected repair efforts. This is why addressing chronic inflammation has become such an important focus in modern medicine. Rather than just treating the symptoms of inflammatory diseases, researchers are developing approaches that aim to restore normal inflammatory balance. This involves understanding not just what triggers inflammation, but also what normally resolves it and allows tissues to return to their healthy state. The resolution of inflammation turns out to be an active process that requires specific signaling molecules and cellular activities. Your body produces specialized molecules called resolvins and protectins that actively promote the resolution of inflammatory responses. When these resolution pathways become impaired, inflammation can persist even after the initial trigger has been removed, leading to chronic inflammatory conditions. Supporting your body's natural inflammation resolution processes has become an important therapeutic target. Omega-3 fatty acids, for example, serve as precursors for several important resolution molecules. Getting adequate omega-3s in your diet can enhance your body's ability to resolve inflammation and return to normal repair function after injury or infection. Sleep plays a particularly crucial role in inflammation resolution and repair optimization. During sleep, your body shifts into a repair-focused mode where anti-inflammatory processes predominate. Growth hormone release peaks during deep sleep, stimulating tissue repair throughout your body. Your brain's glymphatic system becomes more active, clearing inflammatory waste products that accumulate during wakefulness. The timing of your sleep also appears to be important for optimal repair function. Your body's circadian rhythms coordinate many repair processes, ensuring they occur at the most appropriate times. Disrupting these rhythms through shift work, jet lag, or irregular sleep schedules can impair repair mechanisms even when total sleep time is adequate. Light exposure patterns significantly influence these circadian repair rhythms. Your body uses light cues to synchronize its internal clocks, which in turn coordinate the timing of cellular repair processes. Exposure to bright light during the day and darkness at night helps maintain healthy circadian rhythms that support optimal repair function. Modern lifestyle factors often disrupt these natural rhythms in ways that can impair healing and repair. Artificial light exposure at night can suppress melatonin production and disrupt circadian timing. Irregular meal times can desynchronize metabolic rhythms. Social jet lag from different sleep schedules on workdays versus weekends can chronically disrupt circadian coordination. Understanding these factors is leading to chronotherapy approaches that time medical treatments to work with your body's natural rhythms rather than against them. Some medications are now specifically timed to be most effective when your body's repair systems are most active. Cancer treatments are being scheduled to minimize damage to healthy tissues while maximizing effects on tumor cells based on circadian timing of cellular repair processes. The field of chronobiology is revealing that timing isn't just important for medical treatments. The timing of exercise, meals, and other activities can all influence how effectively your repair systems function. Exercise performed at certain times of day appears to be more effective at stimulating beneficial adaptations. Meal timing can influence metabolic repair processes and cellular cleanup activities. Even the timing of stress exposure matters for repair function. Short-term stress during certain circadian phases can actually enhance repair capabilities through hormetic effects. But chronic stress or stress exposure at inappropriate times can significantly impair healing and regeneration. This temporal dimension of repair adds another layer of sophistication to your body's healing mechanisms. Not only does your body know how to fix different types of damage, but it also knows when to perform different types of repairs for maximum efficiency and effectiveness. The more researchers study these repair systems, the more they appreciate the elegant complexity of the processes that keep you healthy and functional. Every aspect of repair, from the molecular machinery that fixes DNA damage to the systemic coordination of healing responses, demonstrates principles of organization and efficiency that continue to inspire new technological developments. Biomimetic materials that can self-repair are being developed based on understanding how biological tissues heal themselves. Artificial intelligence systems are being designed using principles learned from how your immune system recognizes and responds to threats. Even urban planning and infrastructure design are incorporating lessons learned from how biological networks maintain themselves and adapt to changing conditions. But perhaps the most important insight emerging from repair research is how much control you have over these processes. While you inherit a basic repair toolkit from your genes, how well these systems function depends largely on how you treat your body. The lifestyle choices you make every day either support or undermine your repair capabilities. This isn't just about avoiding obviously harmful things like smoking or excessive drinking. It's about actively supporting your repair systems through positive interventions. Regular exercise doesn't just make you stronger in the moment. It upgrades your repair capabilities for years to come. Good nutrition doesn't just provide energy for daily activities. It supplies the building blocks your repair systems need to function optimally. Stress management isn't just about feeling better psychologically. Chronic stress directly impairs cellular repair mechanisms throughout your body. Social connections aren't just emotionally satisfying. They actually influence immune function and healing capacity through complex psychoneuroimmune pathways. Sleep isn't just about feeling rested, it's when many of your most important repair processes occur. The quality and timing of your sleep directly impacts everything from tissue regeneration to memory consolidation to immune system function. Understanding these connections empowers you to take an active role in supporting your body's remarkable repair capabilities. You're not a passive victim of aging and disease. You're an active participant in maintaining and optimizing the biological systems that keep you healthy and functional. The future of medicine increasingly recognizes this partnership between conscious lifestyle choices and unconscious repair processes. Rather than waiting for things to break and then trying to fix them, the focus is shifting towards supporting and enhancing your body's natural maintenance and repair systems. This approach holds the promise of not just treating disease, but actually preventing it by keeping repair systems functioning optimally throughout your lifetime. Instead of accepting decline as inevitable, we're learning how to maintain and even enhance function as you age. The implications extend far beyond individual health to how we think about human potential and longevity. If we can learn to fully support and optimize the repair systems that evolution has provided, we might be able to extend not just lifespan, but health span. the period of life spent in good health and function. These aren't distant possibilities. They're emerging realities based on our growing understanding of the remarkable repair mechanisms operating inside you right now. Every day brings new discoveries about how these systems work and how they can be supported and enhanced. Your body's ability to heal itself represents one of the most sophisticated and elegant solutions to the challenge of maintaining complex biological systems over time. Understanding and supporting these processes may well be the key to unlocking human potential in ways we're only beginning to imagine. What makes these repair discoveries even more remarkable is how they're reshaping our understanding of what aging actually means. For centuries, we've thought of aging as simple wear and tear, like a machine gradually breaking down from use. But the reality is far more nuanced and, frankly, far more hopeful. Aging isn't just passive deterioration. It's an active process involving changes in how your repair systems function. Many of the problems we associate with getting older aren't inevitable consequences of time passing. They're the result of repair mechanisms becoming less efficient, less coordinated, or less responsive to the signals that normally trigger them. This shift in understanding is revolutionary because it suggests that many aspects of aging might be modifiable. If decline is due to repair system dysfunction rather than irreversible damage accumulation, then interventions that restore repair function could potentially slow or even reverse certain aging processes. Research on centenarians, people who live to be over 100, provides compelling evidence for this possibility. These individuals don't just live longer. They often remain remarkably healthy and functional well into their advanced years. Studies of their biology reveal that their repair systems continue functioning effectively at ages when most people experience significant decline. What's particularly interesting is that centenarians don't necessarily have perfect genes or completely avoid health challenges. Many have experienced serious illnesses or injuries during their lives. What sets them apart is how well their bodies continue to repair and maintain themselves despite these challenges. Some centenarians show evidence of having had cancer or heart disease at some point, but their bodies successfully repaired the damage and continued functioning normally. Others have genetic variants that should theoretically increase disease risk, yet they remain healthy. This suggests that robust repair function can overcome many genetic predispositions and environmental challenges. The study of these exceptional individuals is revealing specific characteristics of highly functional repair systems. Centenarians often maintain higher levels of autophagy throughout their lives, keeping their cells cleaner and more efficient. Their inflammatory systems remain well regulated, avoiding the chronic inflammation that impairs repair in many older adults. Their stress response systems stay flexible and adaptive rather than becoming chronically activated. Perhaps most importantly, centenarians tend to maintain strong circadian rhythms and good sleep quality, supporting the timing and coordination of repair processes. Their nervous systems remain well integrated with their immune and endocrine systems, preserving the communication networks that coordinate repair activities throughout their bodies. These insights are leading to interventions designed to help average people maintain centenarian-like repair function throughout their lives. Rather than waiting for problems to develop and then treating them, the focus is shifting toward preserving optimal repair capability from an early age. Caloric restriction represents one of the most well-studied interventions for enhancing repair function and extending lifespan. When animals are fed nutritionally complete diets that contain fewer calories than they would normally consume, they often live significantly longer and remain healthier throughout their extended lifespans. The mechanisms behind caloric restriction's benefits involve activation of cellular stress response pathways that enhance repair capabilities. Mild nutritional stress triggers the same hormetic responses that make exercise beneficial, upregulating autophagy improving DNA repair efficiency, and enhancing cellular quality control mechanisms. But caloric restriction isn't practical or appropriate for most people. This has led researchers to search for interventions that can activate the same beneficial pathways without requiring severe dietary restriction. Intermittent fasting appears to trigger many of the same repair-enhancing effects, while being more sustainable for long-term practice. Certain compounds found in plants also activate these longevity pathways. Resveratrol, found in red wine and grapes, can stimulate some of the same cellular processes activated by caloric restriction. Curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, has similar effects. Green tea contains multiple compounds that can enhance cellular repair mechanisms. These discoveries are leading to the development of pharmaceutical interventions designed to enhance repair function. Drugs that activate autophagy, stimulate mitochondrial biogenesis, or enhance DNA repair are all in various stages of development and testing. But perhaps the most promising approach involves using your body's own repair cells more effectively. Stem cell therapies are evolving beyond simply injecting stem cells into damaged tissues. Researchers are learning how to activate and enhance the stem cells already present in your body, essentially upgrading your existing repair capabilities. Growth factors, the signaling molecules that coordinate repair processes, can now be delivered precisely to damaged tissues using advanced drug delivery systems. These approaches can stimulate local repair without affecting the rest of your body, reducing side effects while maximizing therapeutic benefits. Gene therapy techniques are being used to introduce repair-enhancing genes directly into aging tissues. Rather than trying to replace damaged cells, these approaches reprogram existing cells to function more like younger, healthier versions of themselves. Epigenetic reprogramming represents perhaps the most exciting frontier in repair enhancement. By modifying the chemical tags on DNA that control gene expression, researchers can essentially reset cellular age, restoring youthful patterns of gene activity in aging tissues. Early studies have shown that epigenetic reprogramming can restore vision in aged mice, improve cognitive function in older animals, and even extend lifespan. The technique works by activating the genetic programs that maintain cellular youth while suppressing those associated with aging and decline. These approaches are still experimental, but they demonstrate the remarkable plasticity of your repair systems. Cells that seem permanently aged can be coaxed back to more youthful states under the right conditions. This suggests that many aspects of aging might be more reversible than previously thought. The implications extend beyond treating age-related diseases to enhancing function throughout the lifespan. Athletes are already using some repair-enhancing techniques to improve performance and reduce injury risk. Cognitive enhancement through repair optimization could help maintain mental sharpness throughout life. Even aesthetic aging might be addressed through repair enhancement. Rather than using cosmetic procedures that mask signs of aging, future interventions could restore youthful function to skin cells, hair follicles, and other tissues that affect appearance. But as exciting as these technological possibilities are, they shouldn't overshadow the power of interventions you can implement right now. Your daily choices have profound effects on your repair systems, and optimizing these choices can significantly impact how well you age. The Mediterranean diet, for example, has been extensively studied and shown to enhance repair function while reducing disease risk. This dietary pattern emphasizes foods that support cellular repair mechanisms, while avoiding those that promote inflammation and oxidative stress. High-intensity interval training appears to be particularly effective at stimulating repair-enhancing adaptations. This type of exercise creates controlled stress that triggers hormetic responses, upgrading your repair capabilities while improving cardiovascular and metabolic function. Meditation and mindfulness practices have measurable effects on repair function through their influence on stress hormones and inflammatory processes. Regular meditation can actually change gene expression patterns in ways that enhance cellular repair and stress resistance. Social connections and sense of purpose also influence repair function through complex psychobiological pathways. People with strong social networks and meaningful life goals often show better immune function, reduced inflammation, and enhanced healing capacity. Even environmental factors like exposure to nature can influence repair mechanisms. Time spent in natural settings appears to reduce stress hormones, enhance immune function, and promote the parasympathetic nervous system activity that supports repair processes. Temperature exposures, whether through saunas, cold plunges, or simply spending time outdoors in different weather conditions, can stimulate repair-enhancing stress responses. These controlled environmental challenges help maintain the flexibility and responsiveness of your adaptive systems. The key insight emerging from all this research is that repair function isn't fixed. It's dynamic and responsive to the conditions you create through your lifestyle choices. Your repair systems are constantly adapting to the signals they receive from your environment, behavior, and conscious decisions. This means you have far more control over how well you age than most people realize. While you can't change your genetic inheritance, you can profoundly influence how those genes are expressed and how effectively your repair systems function. The choices you make today don't just affect how you feel right now. They're literally programming your repair systems for the future. Every workout is upgrading your cellular maintenance capabilities. Every good night's sleep is optimizing your repair timing and coordination. Every nutritious meal is providing the building blocks your repair systems need to function optimally. Understanding this connection between daily choices and long-term repair function is empowering because it shifts the focus from trying to fix problems after they develop to preventing them by maintaining optimal repair capability. This preventive approach is particularly important because many repair system changes begin decades before symptoms appear. The cardiovascular changes that lead to heart disease start in young adulthood. The brain changes associated with dementia begin in middle age. The bone loss that leads to osteoporosis starts well before menopause. By supporting repair function throughout your life, you can potentially prevent or delay many of these age-related changes. The earlier you start optimizing your repair systems, the greater the cumulative benefits over time. But it's never too late to start supporting your repair capabilities. Even in advanced age, your body retains remarkable capacity for improvement when given the right support. Studies show that people in their 70s and 80s can still build muscle, improve cardiovascular function, and enhance cognitive performance through appropriate interventions. The plasticity of repair systems means that positive changes can happen at any age. Your body is constantly creating new cells, repairing damage, and adapting to new conditions. By providing optimal support for these processes, you can often achieve improvements that seemed impossible. This understanding is transforming how we think about the aging process and what's possible as we get older. Rather than accepting decline as inevitable, we're learning to see aging as an ongoing negotiation between damage accumulation and repair capacity. By tipping that balance in favor of repair, we can maintain function and vitality well into advanced years. The future of aging may look very different from what previous generations experienced. With our growing understanding of repair mechanisms and how to support them, we may be able to extend not just lifespan, but health span, maintaining good function and quality of life throughout our extended years. But perhaps most importantly, this knowledge reveals something profound about the nature of biological systems and what it means to be alive. You're not a static entity gradually wearing down over time. You're a dynamic process of continuous renewal, repair, and adaptation. Every moment, your body is actively maintaining and rebuilding itself, performing countless microscopic acts of restoration and regeneration. The repair mechanisms operating inside you represent billions of years of evolutionary refinement, creating biological solutions to the challenge of maintaining complex living systems over time. These processes are more sophisticated than any technology humans have ever created, yet they operate automatically, continuously, and largely without your conscious awareness. Understanding and supporting these remarkable repair capabilities may be the key to unlocking human potential in ways we're only beginning to imagine. As we learn to work with, rather than against our body's repair intelligence, we open up possibilities for health, longevity, and performance that seem like science fiction just a few decades ago. Your body's ability to heal itself isn't just a medical curiosity or a biological function. It's a profound reminder of the extraordinary nature of life itself. In every cell, in every tissue, in every organ system, the miracle of self-repair continues moment by moment, maintaining the complex biological symphony that is you. The more we understand these processes, the more we appreciate the remarkable gift of embodied existence and the incredible potential that lies dormant within every human being. Your capacity for healing, repair, and regeneration is vast and largely untapped. Learning to support and enhance these capabilities may be one of the most important investments you can make in your future health, vitality, and well-being. As research continues to unveil the secrets of biological repair, we're entering an era where the boundaries between medicine and enhancement, between treating disease and optimizing function, are beginning to blur. The repair mechanisms that keep you healthy today may be the same ones that help you thrive tomorrow in ways that previous generations could never have imagined possible. The story of how your body repairs itself is still being written, and you're not just a character in that story. You're an active author, shaping the narrative through every choice you make, every habit you cultivate, and every day you choose to support the remarkable repair capabilities that make your continued existence possible. The sophistication of your body's repair mechanisms becomes even more astounding when you consider how they handle the challenge of cellular aging at the most fundamental level. Right now, as you're sitting there watching this, the ends of your chromosomes are slowly shortening with each cell division. These protective caps, called telomeres, act like the plastic tips on shoelaces, preventing your genetic material from unraveling and degrading. Every time a cell divides to replace worn-out tissue, these telomeres get a little bit shorter. Eventually, when they become too short, the cell can no longer divide safely and enters a state called senescence. This process was once thought to be an inevitable countdown to cellular death, a biological clock that couldn't be reset. But your body has evolved remarkable mechanisms to manage this challenge. In certain cells, particularly stem cells and reproductive cells, an enzyme called telomerase can actually rebuild these protective caps, essentially resetting the cellular aging clock. It's like having a molecular fountain of youth operating in specific tissues where long-term renewal is most critical. What's fascinating is that telomerase activity isn't fixed. Research has shown that lifestyle factors can influence how active this enzyme is in your cells. Regular exercise appears to enhance telomerase activity, potentially slowing the cellular aging process. Chronic stress, on the other hand, can accelerate telomere shortening, essentially speeding up cellular aging at the molecular level. Even more intriguing is the discovery that meditation and mindfulness practices can measurably affect telomere length. Studies of people who engage in regular meditation show longer telomeres compared to those who don't, suggesting that mental practices can literally slow aging at the cellular level. Your thoughts and emotional states aren't just psychological phenomena. They're biochemical events that influence the most fundamental processes of cellular maintenance and repair. The relationship between mind and cellular repair extends to how your brain coordinates healing throughout your body. Your nervous system doesn't just control voluntary movements and conscious thoughts. It actively regulates immune function, hormone production, and tissue repair through a vast network of neural connections that reach every organ and tissue. The vagus nerve, the longest cranial nerve in your body, serves as a major highway for these repair coordinating signals. When activated through deep breathing, meditation, or even certain types of social interaction, the vagus nerve can trigger anti-inflammatory responses that enhance healing throughout your body. It's like having a master switch that can shift your entire physiology from a state of stress and breakdown to one of repair and regeneration. This neural control of repair processes helps explain why psychological factors have such profound effects on physical healing. People with strong social connections heal faster from wounds and recover more quickly from surgery. Those with optimistic outlooks show better immune function and reduced inflammation. Even something as simple as listening to music you enjoy can measurably enhance immune system activity. The placebo effect, long dismissed as mere psychological trickery, is now understood to involve real physiological changes that can enhance healing. When people believe they're receiving effective treatment, their brains actually initiate repair processes that can produce genuine therapeutic benefits. This isn't imagination or wishful thinking. It's your nervous system actively coordinating biological repair in response to psychological expectations. Understanding these mind-body connections is revolutionizing approaches to healing and repair enhancement. Rather than treating psychological and physical health as separate domains, modern medicine increasingly recognizes them as interconnected aspects of an integrated repair network that spans your entire being. Your body's repair systems also demonstrate remarkable seasonal and circadian variations that reflect deep evolutionary programming. Many repair processes follow daily rhythms that are synchronized with the natural cycle of light and darkness. Growth hormone release peaks during the deepest phases of sleep. Cortisol levels rise in the morning to provide energy for daily activities while falling at night to allow repair processes to predominate. Even your immune system follows circadian patterns, with different types of immune cells being more active at different times of day. This temporal organization ensures that energy-demanding immune surveillance and repair activities don't interfere with other essential functions like digestion or physical activity. Seasonal variations in repair function are equally fascinating. Your body produces different amounts of various hormones and signaling molecules depending on the time of year, presumably reflecting adaptations to seasonal challenges like food scarcity or increased infection risk during winter months. Some repair processes actually become more active during certain seasons, suggesting that your body has evolved to optimize maintenance activities during periods when other demands are reduced. These natural rhythms in repair function have important implications for optimizing healing and health maintenance. Timing medical treatments to align with circadian peaks in relevant repair processes can significantly enhance their effectiveness. Even simple interventions like exercise timing can be optimized based on when specific repair mechanisms are most active. The discovery of these temporal patterns in repair function also helps explain why disrupting natural rhythms through shift work, frequent travel across time zones, or irregular sleep schedules can have such profound effects on health. When repair processes become desynchronized from their optimal timing, even robust repair mechanisms can become inefficient and ineffective. Modern life often works against these natural repair rhythms in ways that can significantly impair healing capacity. Artificial light exposure at night suppresses melatonin production and disrupts circadian timing. Irregular meal schedules can desynchronize metabolic repair processes. Chronic stress can override natural rhythm patterns, keeping repair-inhibiting hormones elevated when they should be low. But understanding these patterns also provides opportunities for enhancing repair function through relatively simple interventions. Maintaining consistent sleep and wake times helps preserve circadian repair rhythms. Timing meals to align with natural metabolic cycles can optimize nutrient utilization for repair processes. Even something as basic as getting morning sunlight exposure can help maintain the circadian timing that coordinates repair activities throughout your body. The field of chronobiology is revealing that when you do things may be just as important as what you do for supporting optimal repair function. Exercise performed at certain times of day appears to be more effective at stimulating beneficial adaptations. Fasting periods that align with natural circadian patterns seem to be more effective at enhancing cellular cleanup processes than randomly timed restrictions. Your body's repair mechanisms also show remarkable plasticity in response to environmental challenges. When you travel to high altitudes where oxygen levels are lower, your body doesn't just struggle with the reduced oxygen availability. It actively adapts by increasing red blood cell production, enhancing the efficiency of oxygen delivery to tissues, and improving cellular oxygen utilization. These adaptations can occur within days or weeks, demonstrating the remarkable responsiveness of your repair and adaptation systems. Cold exposure triggers similar adaptive responses that extend far beyond simple temperature regulation. Regular exposure to cold temperatures activates brown adipose tissue, specialized fat that burns calories to generate heat. It also stimulates the production of proteins that protect cells from stress and enhance mitochondrial function. These cold-induced adaptations can improve metabolic efficiency and stress resistance throughout your body. Heat exposure, through activities like sauna use, triggers complementary adaptations. Heat shock proteins, produced in response to elevated temperatures, help protect and repair cellular proteins throughout your body. Regular heat exposure can enhance cardiovascular function, improve insulin sensitivity, and even support brain health through mechanisms that extend well beyond simple heat tolerance. These examples illustrate a fundamental principle of biological repair systems. They're designed not just to maintain baseline function, but to adapt and improve in response to appropriate challenges. Your body interprets certain types of stress as signals to upgrade its capabilities, essentially using controlled damage to stimulate enhanced repair capacity. This principle of hormetic adaptation explains why many interventions that seem challenging or uncomfortable can actually enhance health and longevity. The key is finding the right dose and timing of stress to stimulate beneficial adaptations without overwhelming your repair capabilities. Exercise represents perhaps the best example of beneficial stress that enhances repair function. Physical activity creates controlled damage to muscles, cardiovascular system, and other tissues. But rather than simply repairing this damage, your body overcompensates, building stronger muscles, more efficient cardiovascular systems, and more robust cellular repair mechanisms. The specific type of exercise matters for optimizing different repair systems. Resistance training particularly enhances muscle and bone repair mechanisms. Cardiovascular exercise improves the delivery systems that transport repair resources throughout your body. High-intensity interval training appears to be especially effective at stimulating cellular cleanup and renewal processes. But exercise benefits extend far beyond the obvious physical adaptations. Regular physical activity enhances brain function by stimulating the production of growth factors that support neuron survival and the formation of new neural connections. It improves immune function by promoting the circulation of immune cells and reducing chronic inflammation. It even enhances the function of cellular powerhouses, mitochondria, throughout your body. The repair-enhancing effects of exercise appear to be dose-dependent, with moderate amounts providing substantial benefits, while excessive exercise can actually impair repair function. This highlights the importance of finding the right balance between challenge and recovery to optimize your body's adaptive responses. Recovery periods between exercise sessions aren't just passive rest, they're active repair periods when the real benefits of exercise occur. During recovery, Your body rebuilds damaged tissues stronger than before, adapts cellular machinery to handle similar stresses more efficiently, and integrates new proteins and structures that enhance overall function. Understanding the active nature of recovery has led to more sophisticated approaches to training and repair optimization. Rather than simply avoiding activity during recovery periods, athletes and health-conscious individuals are learning to support recovery through targeted interventions like optimal nutrition, sleep optimization, and stress management. The nutrition your body needs for optimal repair function goes far beyond simply getting enough calories and basic nutrients. Different repair processes require specific molecular building blocks, cofactors, and signaling compounds that must be obtained from your diet or synthesized by your body from dietary precursors. Protein quality and timing become particularly important for tissue repair. Your body needs all the essential amino acids in the right proportions to synthesize new proteins for tissue rebuilding. But it's not just about total protein intake. The timing of protein consumption can significantly influence how effectively these amino acids are used for repair processes. Consuming protein shortly after exercise, for example, provides amino acids when muscle protein synthesis rates are elevated, maximizing the repair and strengthening adaptations. Spreading protein intake throughout the day ensures that amino acids are available whenever repair processes need them, rather than having periods of abundance followed by scarcity. Micronutrients play equally critical roles in repair function, often serving as cofactors for the enzymes that drive repair processes. Vitamin C is essential for collagen synthesis and wound healing. Zinc is required for protein synthesis and immune function. Iron is necessary for oxygen transport and cellular energy production. Deficiencies in any of these nutrients can significantly impair repair capacity even when overall nutrition seems adequate. But optimal nutrition for repair goes beyond avoiding deficiencies to actively supporting repair mechanisms through targeted interventions. Omega-3 fatty acids provide precursors for molecules that actively resolve inflammation and promote tissue healing. Antioxidants from colorful fruits and vegetables help protect repair mechanisms from oxidative damage. Polyphenols from plants can activate cellular pathways that enhance stress resistance and longevity. The emerging field of nutrigenomics is revealing how specific dietary compounds can influence gene expression in ways that enhance repair function. Certain phytochemicals can activate the same cellular pathways that are stimulated by exercise or caloric restriction, providing repair benefits without requiring extreme interventions. Sulforaphane, found in broccoli and other cruciferous vegetables, activates cellular detoxification pathways that help clear damaged proteins and other cellular debris. Curcumin from turmeric can reduce inflammation while enhancing the activity of cellular cleanup mechanisms. Green tea catechins stimulate autophagy and protect against cellular damage from environmental toxins. These discoveries are leading to more sophisticated approaches to nutrition that focus not just on providing basic nutritional needs, but on actively supporting and enhancing repair mechanisms through targeted dietary interventions. Rather than simply avoiding harmful foods, the emphasis is shifting toward actively consuming foods that promote cellular health and repair function. The timing of food intake also influences repair processes in ways that researchers are only beginning to understand. Your digestive system follows circadian rhythms that affect how efficiently nutrients are absorbed and utilized. Eating at times when your digestive system is optimally active can enhance nutrient availability for repair processes. Intermittent fasting approaches work partly by aligning eating patterns with natural circadian rhythms, while also creating periods when cellular cleanup mechanisms can operate without the metabolic demands of food processing. During fasting periods, your cells shift resources from growth and reproduction toward maintenance and repair, potentially enhancing longevity and health span. The gut microbiome plays increasingly recognized roles in supporting repair function throughout your body. The beneficial bacteria living in your intestines don't just help digest food. They produce vitamins, short-chain fatty acids, and other compounds that support immune function, reduce inflammation, and even influence brain health through the gut-brain axis. Maintaining a healthy microbiome requires providing the right nutritional environment for beneficial bacteria while avoiding factors that promote harmful microorganisms. Fermented foods provide beneficial bacteria directly. Prebiotic fibers feed the good bacteria already present in your gut. Avoiding unnecessary antibiotics and excessive processed foods helps preserve microbial diversity. The relationship between your microbiome and repair function illustrates the interconnected nature of health and healing. Optimal repair requires not just individual cellular mechanisms, but also the complex ecosystem of microorganisms that live in and on your body. Supporting this ecosystem through appropriate nutrition and lifestyle choices enhances repair capacity throughout your entire system. As we continue to unravel the complexities of biological repair, we're discovering that healing is far more sophisticated, adaptable, and controllable than anyone previously imagined. Your body possesses extraordinary capabilities for self-repair, regeneration, and adaptation that operate continuously throughout your lifetime. The key to optimizing these capabilities lies in understanding how to work with, rather than against, your body's natural repair intelligence. By providing the right environmental conditions, nutritional support, and lifestyle interventions, you can enhance repair function and potentially extend both the length and quality of your healthy years. But perhaps most importantly, understanding repair mechanisms reveals the dynamic, adaptive nature of biological existence. You're not a static entity gradually wearing down over time. You're a continuously regenerating system capable of remarkable healing, adaptation, and renewal throughout your entire lifetime. Every day presents new opportunities to support and enhance your body's repair capabilities. Every choice you make either supports or undermines these remarkable processes. Understanding this connection between daily decisions and long-term repair function empowers you to take an active role in optimizing the biological systems that maintain your health and vitality. The future of health and longevity lies not in fighting against biological aging, but in learning to support and enhance the repair mechanisms that evolution has provided. As our understanding of these processes continues to advance, we're opening up possibilities for healthy aging and optimal function that seemed impossible just decades ago. Your body's ability to repair itself represents one of the most remarkable achievements of biological evolution, and you have the power to support and enhance these capabilities through conscious choices and informed actions. The repair processes operating inside you right now are your partners in health, working tirelessly to maintain the complex biological symphony that makes your existence possible. Existence possible. The remarkable thing about your body's repair systems is how they've evolved to handle challenges that seem almost impossible to overcome. Right now, deep inside your bones, something extraordinary is happening that most people never think about. Your bone marrow is producing over 200 billion new blood cells every single day. Think about that number for a moment. 200 billion. That's more than 25 times the entire human population of Earth, created fresh inside your body every 24 hours. These aren't just random cells being churned out by some biological factory. Each one is precisely crafted for specific functions. Red blood cells are designed to carry oxygen with incredible efficiency, packed with hemoglobin molecules that can bind and release oxygen with perfect timing. White blood cells come in multiple specialized varieties, each one trained to recognize and respond to different types of threats. Platelets are engineered to detect vascular damage and form protective clots within seconds. But here's what makes this even more incredible. Your bone marrow doesn't just produce these cells blindly. It actively monitors the levels of different cell types circulating in your bloodstream and adjusts production accordingly. If you're fighting an infection, it ramps up white blood cell production. If you're at high altitude where oxygen is scarce, it increases red blood cell output. If you've suffered an injury that might cause bleeding, it boosts platelet production. This dynamic response system operates through an intricate network of signaling molecules that constantly communicate between your bloodstream and your bone marrow. Hormones like erythropoietin tell your bone marrow when more oxygen-carrying cells are needed. Cytokines released by immune cells signal when infection-fighting cells should be prioritized. Growth factors coordinate the entire process, ensuring that production meets demand without overwhelming your system. The precision of this system becomes apparent when you consider what happens during medical procedures like blood donation. Within hours of losing blood, your bone marrow detects the reduced cell count and begins ramping up production. Your body can completely replace the cells lost during blood donation within just a few weeks, all while maintaining normal function throughout the replacement process. This same adaptive capacity operates throughout your repair systems, constantly adjusting activity levels based on current needs and conditions. When you exercise intensely, your muscles don't just repair the microscopic damage from the workout. They actively remodel themselves to handle similar stresses more efficiently in the future. New blood vessels grow into the muscle tissue to improve oxygen delivery. Mitochondria multiply to enhance energy production capacity. Protein synthesis increases to build stronger contractile fibers. The cardiovascular system shows similar adaptive responses to exercise stress. Your heart muscle strengthens and becomes more efficient at pumping blood. Your blood vessels become more flexible and responsive to changing demands. Even your blood chemistry changes, with improvements in cholesterol profiles, blood sugar regulation, and inflammatory markers that persist long after individual exercise sessions. But exercise adaptations go far beyond the obvious physical changes. Regular physical activity actually modifies gene expression patterns throughout your body, activating genetic programs that enhance cellular repair and stress resistance. Hundreds of genes involved in mitochondrial function, antioxidant production, and protein synthesis show increased activity in response to exercise training. These genetic changes don't just affect muscle and cardiovascular tissue. Exercise-induced improvements in gene expression occur in your brain, liver, fat tissue, and even your immune system. It's as if physical activity sends a body-wide signal that upgrades repair capabilities across all organ systems simultaneously. The brain shows particularly dramatic responses to exercise that extend far beyond improved cardiovascular fitness. Physical activity stimulates the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that promotes the growth and survival of neurons. This leads to the formation of new neural connections and even the generation of new brain cells in certain regions. Exercise also enhances the brain's waste clearance system, helping to remove protein aggregates and metabolic byproducts that can interfere with neural function. The improved blood flow that comes with cardiovascular fitness ensures better delivery of nutrients and oxygen to brain tissue, while more efficiently removing waste products. Perhaps most remarkably, exercise appears to enhance neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to rewire itself in response to new experiences. This increased plasticity can improve learning, memory, and cognitive flexibility, while potentially protecting against age-related cognitive decline. The immune system undergoes equally impressive adaptations to regular exercise. Moderate physical activity enhances immune surveillance, improving your body's ability to detect and eliminate abnormal cells before they can cause problems. It reduces chronic inflammation while maintaining the acute inflammatory responses needed to fight infections and heal injuries. Exercise also appears to slow immunological aging, helping to preserve the function of immune cells that typically decline with age. Regular exercisers often show immune profiles that resemble those of people decades younger, suggesting that physical activity can literally slow aging at the cellular level. These exercise-induced improvements in immune function help explain why physically active people tend to get sick less often and recover more quickly when they do become ill. Their immune systems are simply more efficient at doing their jobs because they've been regularly challenged and strengthened through physical activity. The metabolic adaptations to exercise are equally profound. Regular physical activity improves insulin sensitivity, helping your cells respond more effectively to signals that regulate blood sugar. This enhanced glucose metabolism reduces the risk of diabetes while providing more stable energy levels throughout the day. Exercise also optimizes fat metabolism, improving your body's ability to use stored fat as fuel while preserving muscle mass. This metabolic flexibility becomes increasingly important as you age, when many people experience declining ability to efficiently switch between different fuel sources. The mitochondria, your cellular powerhouses, show particularly dramatic responses to exercise training. Not only do existing mitochondria become more efficient at producing energy, but exercise actually stimulates the formation of new mitochondria through a process called mitochondrial biogenesis. These newly formed mitochondria aren't just copies of existing ones. They're often more efficient and resilient than the mitochondria they replace. This means that regular exercise literally upgrades your cellular energy production capacity, providing more power for repair processes while generating fewer harmful byproducts. The benefits of enhanced mitochondrial function extend throughout your body because every cell depends on these organelles for energy. Better mitochondrial function means more efficient cellular repair, improved detoxification capacity, and enhanced ability to respond to stress. But exercise isn't the only lifestyle factor that can enhance your repair capabilities. Sleep quality plays an equally crucial role in optimizing repair function, particularly the deeper stages of sleep, when many repair processes reach peak activity. During slow-wave sleep, your brain's glymphatic system becomes dramatically more active, flushing out metabolic waste products that accumulate during wakefulness. This neural housekeeping is essential for maintaining cognitive function and may help prevent the accumulation of protein aggregates associated with neurodegenerative diseases. Growth hormone release peaks during deep sleep, stimulating tissue repair and regeneration throughout your body. This nocturnal hormone surge coordinates repair activities across multiple organ systems, ensuring that restoration occurs when energy demands from daily activities are minimal. Sleep also plays critical roles in immune system function and memory consolidation. During sleep, immune cells patrol your body more efficiently, clearing out damaged or abnormal cells, while strengthening responses to potential threats. The memories and learning from your day get processed and integrated, with important information transferred from temporary storage to long-term memory systems. The quality of your sleep depends on multiple factors beyond just the total time spent in bed. Sleep architecture, the cycling through different sleep stages, is crucial for optimal repair function. Deep sleep provides the best conditions for growth hormone release and tissue repair. REM sleep is essential for brain maintenance and memory processing. Maintaining consistent sleep timing helps preserve the circadian rhythms that coordinate repair processes throughout your body. Your internal clocks don't just control when you feel sleepy, they orchestrate the timing of hormone release, immune system activity, and cellular repair mechanisms across all your organ systems. Light exposure patterns significantly influence these circadian repair rhythms. Your body uses light cues to synchronize internal timing systems, ensuring that repair processes occur when they can be most effective. Bright light exposure during the day strengthens circadian signals, while darkness at night allows repair-promoting hormones to reach optimal levels. Modern lifestyle factors often disrupt these natural patterns in ways that can impair repair function. Artificial light exposure at night can suppress melatonin production and disrupt the timing of cellular repair processes. Irregular schedules can desynchronize different organ systems, reducing the coordination that makes repair maximally efficient. But understanding these circadian influences also provides opportunities for enhancing repair through relatively simple interventions. Maintaining consistent sleep and wake times helps preserve natural repair rhythms. Getting morning sunlight exposure strengthens circadian signals that coordinate repair timing throughout the day. Temperature regulation during sleep also influences repair effectiveness. Your body naturally cools during sleep, and this temperature drop helps trigger many repair processes. Keeping your sleeping environment cool can enhance this natural cooling response while maintaining comfortable conditions for restorative sleep. The relationship between temperature and repair extends beyond sleep to include other thermal interventions that can enhance healing. Controlled heat exposure through activities like sauna use triggers protective responses that strengthen cellular repair mechanisms throughout your body. Heat shock proteins, produced in response to elevated temperatures, help protect other proteins from damage while assisting in the repair of proteins that have been damaged by various stressors. These molecular guardians remain active for days after heat exposure, providing enhanced cellular protection that extends far beyond the original thermal challenge. Regular sauna use has been associated with reduced risk of cardiovascular disease, improved cognitive function, and even increased longevity. These benefits likely result from the cumulative effects of repeatedly activating heat shock responses that enhance cellular resilience and repair capacity. Cold exposure triggers complementary protective responses that can also enhance repair function. When exposed to cold temperatures, your body activates brown adipose tissue and increases production of proteins that protect cells from stress. These cold-induced adaptations improve metabolic efficiency while enhancing cellular stress resistance. The practice of alternating between heat and cold exposure, common in many traditional cultures, may provide synergistic benefits by activating multiple protective pathways simultaneously. This thermal conditioning essentially trains your repair systems to respond more effectively to various types of stress. Breathing practices represent another powerful tool for influencing repair function through their effects on nervous system activity and stress responses. Controlled breathing techniques can shift your autonomic nervous system toward patterns that promote repair and regeneration while reducing stress-induced inflammation. Deep, slow breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the branch of your autonomic nervous system responsible for rest and repair functions. This activation triggers a cascade of physiological changes that support healing, including reduced stress hormone levels, improved circulation, and enhanced immune function. Specific breathing patterns can even influence gene expression, activating pathways associated with stress resistance and cellular repair. These effects demonstrate how conscious control of normally automatic functions can be used to enhance repair capacity through mind-body integration. The social dimensions of repair are equally important, but often overlooked. Strong social connections don't just provide emotional support. They actually influence biological repair processes through complex neuroendocrine pathways that connect psychological states to physical healing. People with robust social networks show better immune function, reduced inflammation, and faster healing from injuries and surgical procedures. Social isolation, conversely, has measurable negative effects on repair capacity that are comparable to other recognized health risks like smoking or obesity. The mechanisms underlying these social influences on repair involve stress hormone regulation, immune system modulation, and nervous system activity patterns. Positive social interactions can reduce cortisol levels while increasing production of hormones and neurotransmitters that support healing and well-being. Even simple social activities like sharing meals, engaging in conversation, or participating in group activities can trigger biological responses that enhance repair function. The human nervous system appears to be specifically designed to respond to social cues in ways that influence physical health and healing capacity. Purpose and meaning in life also have measurable effects on repair function through their influence on stress responses and health behaviors. People with a strong sense of purpose tend to show better immune function, reduced inflammation, and increased longevity compared to those who feel their lives lack meaning. These effects aren't just psychological. Having a sense of purpose appears to influence gene expression patterns in ways that enhance cellular repair while reducing inflammatory responses. The biological pathways involved include stress hormone regulation, immune system activity, and cellular aging processes. Environmental factors beyond social connections also significantly influence repair capacity. Exposure to natural environments has measurable effects on stress hormone levels, immune function, and nervous system activity that support healing and repair. Time spent in nature reduces cortisol production, while increasing activity in the parasympathetic nervous system that coordinates repair processes. Even brief exposures to natural settings can trigger these beneficial responses, suggesting that regular nature contact could be a simple but effective way to support repair function. Air quality, noise levels, and other environmental factors also influence repair capacity through their effects on stress responses and sleep quality. Chronic exposure to pollution or noise can impair healing, while clean, quiet environments support optimal repair function. The built environment where you spend time can be optimized to support repair processes. Factors like natural lighting, air circulation, temperature control, and noise reduction all influence the physiological conditions that determine how effectively your repair systems function. Understanding these environmental influences reveals how healing occurs not just within your body, but through the interaction between your internal repair systems and the external conditions that either support or impair their function. Optimizing your environment becomes an important component of supporting optimal repair capacity. Nutritional timing emerges as another crucial factor in repair optimization. When you eat can be just as important as what you eat for supporting repair processes. Your digestive system follows circadian rhythms that affect how efficiently nutrients are absorbed and utilized for tissue repair. Eating during times when your digestive system is most active ensures better nutrient availability for repair processes. Conversely, eating at inappropriate times can disrupt circadian rhythms and impair the coordination of repair activities throughout your body. Protein timing becomes particularly important for tissue repair. Consuming protein when muscle protein synthesis rates are elevated maximizes the repair and strengthening adaptations from exercise. Spreading protein intake throughout the day ensures continuous availability of amino acids for ongoing repair processes. Intermittent fasting approaches work partly by aligning eating patterns with natural circadian rhythms, while creating periods when cellular cleanup mechanisms can operate without the metabolic demands of food processing. These fasting periods allow your cells to shift resources from growth and reproduction toward maintenance and repair. The hydration status of your body also influences repair effectiveness. Adequate fluid intake is essential for maintaining blood volume, supporting circulation, and ensuring efficient delivery of nutrients and removal of waste products from healing tissues. Dehydration can significantly impair healing by reducing circulation, concentrating waste products, and interfering with cellular processes that require adequate water availability. Even mild dehydration can affect repair function, making consistent, adequate fluid intake important for optimal healing. Electrolyte balance becomes particularly important during periods of intensive repair, such as recovery from injury or intense exercise. Minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium are essential for cellular function and repair processes. Maintaining proper electrolyte balance supports optimal cellular environment for repair activities. The pH balance of your body also influences repair efficiency. Your body maintains blood pH within very narrow ranges, but tissue pH can vary and affect local repair processes. Dietary and lifestyle factors that support optimal pH balance can enhance repair function at the cellular level. Stress management emerges as perhaps the most critical factor for repair optimization because chronic stress can override virtually all other repair-supporting interventions. Elevated stress hormones suppress immune function, impair protein synthesis, disrupt sleep, and interfere with virtually every aspect of cellular repair and maintenance. Effective stress management isn't just about feeling better psychologically, it's about creating the physiological conditions that allow repair systems to function optimally. Techniques that reduce stress hormone levels while activating repair-promoting nervous system responses can dramatically enhance healing capacity. Meditation, mindfulness practices, yoga, and other contemplative approaches have measurable effects on repair function through their influence on stress hormones, inflammatory responses, and nervous system activity. Regular practice of these techniques can literally rewire stress response patterns in ways that support rather than impair healing. The key insight emerging from repair research is that healing is not just a biological process, but a whole system phenomenon that involves the integration of physical, psychological, social, and environmental factors. Optimal repair requires attending to all these dimensions simultaneously rather than focusing on individual components in isolation. This holistic understanding is leading to more sophisticated approaches to health maintenance and healing that recognize the interconnected nature of repair processes. Rather than treating symptoms or isolated problems, the focus is shifting toward creating optimal conditions for your body's integrated repair networks to function at their highest capacity. Your repair systems represent millions of years of evolutionary refinement, creating biological solutions that are more sophisticated and effective than any technology humans have developed. Understanding and supporting these remarkable capabilities may be the key to unlocking human potential for health, performance, and longevity in ways we're only beginning to imagine. Every moment presents new opportunities to support these extraordinary repair processes through conscious choices and informed actions. Your body's ability to heal itself is not just a biological function, but a profound expression of the dynamic, adaptive nature of life itself. Supporting and enhancing these capabilities is perhaps one of the most important investments you can make in your future health and well-being. The future of repair research is revealing possibilities that would have seemed impossible just decades ago. Scientists are now developing ways to enhance your body's natural healing capabilities, far beyond what evolution originally provided. They're learning to reprogram cells to remember younger states, to activate dormant regenerative pathways, and to coordinate repair processes with unprecedented precision. One of the most promising areas involves enhancing the stem cell populations that drive tissue regeneration throughout your body. Researchers have discovered that many age-related declines in healing capacity aren't due to stem cells dying off completely. Instead, these crucial repair cells often just become dormant, sitting quietly in their niches, waiting for the right signals to wake them up again. New therapeutic approaches focus on reactivating these sleeping stem cells rather than trying to replace them entirely by delivering specific growth factors or modifying the local environment around stem cell niches, scientists can coax aging stem cells back into active repair duty. Early trials have shown remarkable results, with people in their 70s and 80s showing tissue regeneration capabilities that rival those of much younger individuals. But the most exciting developments involve understanding how to enhance the communication networks that coordinate repair throughout your body. Your repair systems work best when they can communicate effectively with each other, sharing information about damage, resources, and repair priorities. Age and disease often disrupt these communication pathways, leading to uncoordinated repair efforts that are less effective than they could be. Researchers are developing interventions that can restore and enhance these communication networks. Some approaches use engineered molecules that can carry signals more effectively between different repair systems. Others focus on clearing the molecular interference that can disrupt repair communication as we age. Gene therapy techniques are being refined to enhance repair capacity at the most fundamental level. Rather than replacing defective genes, many of these approaches involve temporarily boosting the activity of genes that control repair processes. It's like giving your cellular repair machinery a software upgrade that makes it work more efficiently and effectively. Epigenetic modifications represent another frontier in repair enhancement. These approaches don't change your DNA sequence, but modify how your genes are expressed. Scientists have discovered that many age-related changes in repair capacity result from changes in gene expression rather than genetic damage. By resetting these expression patterns, it may be possible to restore youthful repair capacity to aging tissues. Early experiments with epigenetic reprogramming have produced remarkable results in laboratory animals. Researchers have successfully restored vision in aged mice, improved cognitive function in older animals, and even extended healthy lifespan through targeted epigenetic interventions. The techniques work by reactivating genetic programs associated with youthful cellular function, while suppressing those linked to aging and decline. But perhaps the most profound insight emerging from repair research is how much control you have over these processes through daily choices and lifestyle interventions. While genetic factors certainly influence repair capacity, environmental and behavioral factors often have even greater effects on how well your repair systems function. Exercise emerges as perhaps the most powerful tool for enhancing repair capacity across multiple organ systems simultaneously. But not all exercise provides equal benefits for repair enhancement. The type, intensity, timing, and recovery patterns all influence how effectively physical activity can upgrade your repair capabilities. High-intensity interval training appears particularly effective at stimulating repair-enhancing adaptations. This type of exercise creates controlled stress that triggers hormetic responses, essentially challenging your repair systems in ways that make them stronger and more efficient. The key is finding the right balance between challenge and recovery to optimize adaptive responses without overwhelming repair capacity. Resistance training provides complementary benefits by specifically enhancing the repair mechanisms involved in muscle and bone maintenance. As you age, maintaining muscle mass becomes increasingly important, not just for physical function, but for overall metabolic health and repair capacity throughout your body. The timing of exercise relative to other activities can also influence repair outcomes. Exercise performed at certain times of day appears more effective at enhancing repair processes, while the timing of meals around exercise can influence how efficiently nutrients are used for tissue repair and adaptation. Recovery periods between exercise sessions aren't passive rest but active repair phases, when the real benefits of physical activity occur. Understanding how to optimize recovery through targeted interventions can dramatically enhance the repair benefits of exercise while reducing injury risk and improving long-term adaptation. Nutritional strategies for repair enhancement go far beyond simply eating a healthy diet. Specific nutrients, timing patterns, and food combinations can all influence how effectively your repair systems function. The emerging field of chrononutrition is revealing how meal timing can be optimized to support circadian repair rhythms and enhance nutrient utilization for tissue maintenance. Certain dietary compounds appear particularly effective at enhancing repair capacity. Polyphenols from colorful fruits and vegetables can activate cellular pathways that enhance stress resistance and longevity. Omega-3 fatty acids provide building blocks for molecules that actively resolve inflammation and promote tissue healing. Intermittent fasting approaches are showing promise for enhancing cellular repair mechanisms through their effects on autophagy and other cleanup processes. But the optimal fasting patterns appear to vary between individuals and may need to be customized based on age, health status, and other factors. Sleep optimization emerges as equally critical for repair enhancement. The quality and timing of sleep directly influence growth hormone release, immune system function, brain waste clearance, and coordination of repair processes throughout your body. Small improvements in sleep quality can have disproportionately large effects on repair capacity. Environmental factors also play crucial roles in supporting optimal repair function. Light exposure patterns, air quality, temperature regulation, and even noise levels can all influence the physiological conditions that determine how effectively repair processes operate. Creating environments that support repair involves attention to factors that are often overlooked, but can have significant cumulative effects on healing capacity. Natural lighting that supports circadian rhythms, air filtration that reduces exposure to pollutants, and temperature control that optimizes sleep quality all contribute to creating conditions where repair systems can function optimally. The social dimensions of repair are gaining recognition as equally important for optimal healing function. Strong social connections, meaningful relationships, and sense of community all influence repair capacity through complex pathways that connect psychological well-being to biological healing processes. Loneliness and social isolation have measurable negative effects on immune function, inflammation levels, and healing capacity that are comparable to other recognized health risks. Conversely, positive social interactions can enhance repair function through their effects on stress hormones, nervous system activity, and health behaviors. Purpose and meaning in life also influence repair capacity in measurable ways. People with strong sense of purpose show better immune function, reduced inflammation, and slower cellular aging compared to those who feel their lives lack direction or meaning. These effects appear to work through pathways involving stress hormone regulation and gene expression patterns. Stress management techniques are proving essential for repair optimization because chronic stress can override virtually all other repair supporting interventions. Effective stress reduction isn't just about psychological well-being, but about creating physiological conditions that allow repair systems to function without interference from stress hormones and inflammatory responses. Meditation, breathing practices, and other contemplative approaches have measurable effects on repair function through their influence on nervous system activity and stress response patterns. Regular practice of these techniques can literally rewire stress responses in ways that support rather than impair healing throughout your body. The integration of all these factors reveals that optimal repair function requires a comprehensive approach that addresses physical, psychological, social, and environmental dimensions simultaneously. Your repair systems work best when all these elements are aligned to support healing and regeneration. This understanding is leading to personalized approaches to repair enhancement that take into account individual differences in genetics, lifestyle, health status, and environmental conditions. Rather than one-size-fits-all recommendations, the future of repair optimization involves tailoring interventions to each person's unique circumstances and needs. The implications extend far beyond treating disease to enhancing human potential throughout the lifespan. If we can learn to fully support and optimize the repair systems that evolution has provided, we may be able to extend not just lifespan, but health span, maintaining high levels of function and vitality well into advanced years. But perhaps most importantly, understanding repair mechanisms reveals something profound about the nature of biological existence. You're not gradually wearing down over time, but continuously renewing yourself through processes that are more sophisticated than any technology humans have created. Every day, your body performs countless acts of repair and regeneration that maintain the complex symphony of life. Your repair systems represent the culmination of billions of years of evolutionary refinement, creating solutions to the challenge of maintaining complex living systems that are elegant, efficient, and remarkably adaptable. Understanding and supporting these capabilities may be one of the most important investments you can make in your health, vitality, and well-being. The story of how your body repairs itself is still being written, and you're an active participant in that story through every choice you make and every day you choose to support these remarkable healing capabilities. The repair processes operating inside you right now are your partners in health, working tirelessly to maintain the extraordinary biological system that makes your existence possible. As we continue to unlock the secrets of biological repair, we're entering an era where the boundaries between treating disease and optimizing function are beginning to blur. The repair mechanisms that keep you healthy today may be the same ones that help you thrive tomorrow in ways that previous generations could never have imagined. Your body's ability to heal itself isn't just a biological curiosity or medical phenomenon. It's a testament to the remarkable nature of life itself and the extraordinary potential that exists within every human being. Supporting and enhancing these capabilities represents one of the most profound ways you can invest in your future health and unlock the full potential of your remarkable biological inheritance. The journey of understanding repair continues, revealing new possibilities and deeper insights into the elegant complexity of the systems that maintain life. Every discovery brings us closer to fully appreciating and supporting the miraculous processes that operate within you every moment of every day, maintaining the complex biological symphony that is uniquely and unmistakably you. So here we are, at the end of this remarkable journey through the microscopic universe operating inside you right now. We've explored the intricate dance of stem cells transforming into exactly what your body needs. Witnessed the coordinated symphony of immune cells rushing to heal wounds, and marveled at the cellular recycling programs that keep your tissues functioning like perfectly maintained machines. We've seen how your body doesn't just repair damage but learns from it, adapts to it, and often emerges stronger than before. What strikes me most about all of this is how it completely transforms the way you should think about your own existence. You're not a machine slowly wearing down. You're a dynamic, self-renewing system performing millions of microscopic miracles every single day. Right now, as you're sitting there, your bone marrow is creating 200 billion new blood cells. Your liver is regenerating damaged tissue. Your brain is clearing metabolic waste and forming new neural connections. Your immune system is patrolling for threats, while your stem cells stand ready to spring into action wherever they're needed most. But here's what makes this knowledge truly powerful. You're not a passive observer of these processes. You're an active participant. Every workout upgrades your cellular repair capabilities. Every good night's sleep optimizes the timing and coordination of healing throughout your body. Every nutritious meal provides the building blocks your repair systems need to function at their peak. Every moment of stress management, every social connection, every choice to support rather than undermine your body's natural intelligence literally shapes how effectively these remarkable systems operate. The future of medicine is moving toward working with these repair mechanisms rather than against them. We're learning to enhance autophagy, activate dormant stem cells, and restore youthful gene expression patterns in aging tissues. But you don't have to wait for future breakthroughs to start supporting these extraordinary capabilities. The tools are available right now in your daily choices, your lifestyle habits, and your understanding of how to create optimal conditions for healing and regeneration. Your body's repair systems represent billions of years of evolutionary refinement, creating biological solutions that are more elegant and sophisticated than any technology humans have ever developed. They operate automatically, continuously, and largely without your conscious awareness, yet they're profoundly influenced by how you choose to live your life. This isn't just about staying healthy or preventing disease. It's about recognizing the extraordinary potential that exists within you and learning to unlock it through informed choices and conscious support of these remarkable healing capabilities. You have the power to influence how well you age, how effectively you heal, and how long you maintain optimal function throughout your lifetime. The repair mechanisms operating inside you right now are your partners in health, working tirelessly to maintain the complex biological symphony that makes your existence possible. Understanding and supporting these capabilities may be one of the most important investments you can make in your future. The story of how your body repairs itself is still being written, and you're not just a character in that story. You're an active author, shaping the narrative through every choice you make and every day you choose to support the miraculous processes that keep you alive, healthy, and thriving. Thanks for joining me on this incredible journey tonight. If this opened your eyes to the remarkable world operating inside you, hit that like button and let me know in the comments what surprised you most about your body's repair capabilities. And if you want to dive deeper into the science of human potential, check out the video I've linked on screen. Until next time, remember that every moment is an opportunity to support the extraordinary healing intelligence that makes you who you are.